Welcome the head of media and Asylum Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Sia Kamara. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, so you therefore give you update, specifically on the alleged murder of Sia Kamara. But before you start that, take me through on recent update, especially on the transition from coming from force to service, though we know it's a process, but we're at the current stage on right now.
Well, we did at the stage of one, we don't do what we call benchmarking visit to Ghana because then we don't go through the process before, around 2002 to 2003, 20 years ago, and we try to go learn from them, how they go through the process, some of the things that we didn't do reach to and not reach to, and some of the benefits. We don't do that one day, we don't come back, we don't go learn say one, we get for look at the laws the way we get, because the law we did now, as of recent, now law we favor force. Because if you look at the Constitution, Section 155, subsection 1, it says there shall be a police force. You also look at the Police Act of 1964. You also talk about the police force, and all other things. We don't someone will call and say the other things that we hang around them. They get for do it force. If you look at the Public Order Act number 46 of 1965, we now don't transition to the Public Amendment Act of 2021 because of the expunge Part 5 of them. You also talk about a police force. They also talk about a police commissioner being the head of the police. But no get police commissioner again. Police commissioner now a rank within the police, but he's no longer the head. We get two other ranks after police commissioner. We are the deputy inspector general and inspector general. So all those things more or less don't become obsolete. So we get to go back to the drawing board and try for make sure say adjust then laws. These are things that we go learn. But before we even go learn, we don't take some steps. UNDP they sponsor the Law Reform Commission. We then get a committee where they look into the Police Act of 1964. We miss SF now a member of that committee. We almost don't finish the book itself. We don't update them. And now we decide with original for take them to the public. Let them go get their own say to the document. So around the 7, 8, 9, 10, we take them around the country for let them go and go get their own say. So now one of the areas and then the game. Then the other areas they get for do with capacity building. You know, the transition, people and mindset, people and attitude, and the way of doing things may always don't be force. Now you move from you being the master to you being the servant. So it's like a servant-master relationship. Initially, it was master-servant relationship, but now you be the servant. And if you are going to be the servant, you always get for ensure say you dey in the good light of your master. In other words, the police for ensure say they in the good light of the civilians. And so the police all the move to you have to be people-oriented or people-centered policing, where everything have to be. We don't do community policing where we try for column say look at this policing, we bring about LPPB and all the stuff of it, but we now get for intensify the community policing drive, making sure say even schools now the least community we for take policing there and try for make them accept them the good way, not the bad way. We already know say people may not get natural prejudice. Some of them from more than small. Me now one person, one be small, we in a school, then we do something and go being teach policeman can't threaten me. So enter we happen and you go being policeman can. So we don't like feel to say policeman as one can bad person. So when you grow up, that kind of prejudice they do in the end, then one day we do public relations will tell you say one thing where we responsible for somebody form a perception about an institution, the personnel or waiting and they do, then service in the end you have to do with prejudice. You know, so if you get that kind of prejudice, say the police are bad person. So even if they mention the police, even when they do good, as far as you concern, the police are a bad person. So we want for say one for cash then school picking and young. They want the way small, way young. We want to make sure say we begin and come very closer to the police. Allow begin teach them waiting and the work of the police. At times go they will begin and come to police headquarters. We take them through some departments, some of the job they do. Let them begin get that kind of orientation so that they will take them to them parents and try for change the perception of the parents and get. So the parents will say, I don't like police. Hey, Papa, I just have kind of school today. Now all can't take lunch. We can't play ball with we. Can't make play with we. So they will begin for. Then they go for help for there. They help for transform the kind of mindset to the people and get. But we safe. You know they ever do something if you were the inside not ready for do a mate. So the IGP they take the challenge for make sure say within the police. We try for move them away from that kind of thing with them. We get say, me na master, me have to do this, I have to do that. No, me na star. So all those stops, all those things that even in terms of training, we just invite people from the National Institute of Police Studies in Nigeria. They are here for can train we strategic officers from chief superintendent, assistant commissioner, commissioner and AIG. Now we didn't have been to money. Mrs. and one of the facilitators because maybe don't go train in Nigeria day, and now two of them come, the professor and we don't go train there for make sure say we begin for pass on this message of moving away from a force to a police service.
So ACP Makama, in all of this, in your own mind, when things are changing or transiting from a force to a service, go really count all them positive impact here. I mean, among the police there.
Yes, some change any way you look at them. Some people always exist. It's time for being resistant to change.
But some people believe that the term not late enough.
No, you're not late.
Really speak to reality.
No, you're not late. That we not take steps, you say not late. But now that we don't take steps, like I say, little by little, we try for orientate to the minds of officers. Say, now I will be there, but now the move can small. But the things that we do in terms of providing them with the capacity and then all other stuff, I sure say we will reach there.
Okay, media, as you say, the process we unadi on and Radio Democracy will continue for report on that process. As Salone Police they move from a force to a service, how the process they work and the change them way it will bring. But today now the studio can talk about the alleged murder of one Sia Kamara, where allegation the BNTM say na in boyfriend beat him we lead to in die one, and the police be don't start the investigation for sake of this case. What's the latest on this, Sia Kamara?
Yes, I want to say the date of incident and I told it to happen by records now August 13 Tuesday, and so what we don't do, we get the responsibility for conducting investigations, follow we unravel the truth, follow we probe into the issues, so that at the end of it all we will feel with waiting we really happen, with the happen or we not happen, because we get a very big responsibility taking the matter to court, not to child's play. You get so much for do the other person, you go get for get a lawyer, so a lot of argument will get for coming, so you get for make sure you do work thoroughly. But as I say, Sia Kamara, we 28 years in the work now, Future City Council. We may not investigate the case, and this case still will investigate them. But for now, we will tag them to alleged homicide. We go use the word murder now. It's like we don't charge, we not charge it. Okay. Homicide now we allegedly say homicide by definition now we an individual kill another individual. Okay. Understand? So now that we look at for now. Understand? So at the end of it all, if we decide now say with the charge, law officers department will tell you to the charge on whether we charge on murder, we charge on manslaughter, or all the other kind of offences the way related as the case may be. But as we speak, I want to say the investigation, we on our own part, we don't complete them. Complete them in the sense, we don't do all the statement taking, all information we feel for source, we don't source them. And to a point we don't take the file to the law officers department last week Friday, but law officers department then still get responsibility. The own part we then get for play now for look at the file where the police, the docket, sometimes they call them docket, look at the file where the police take to them, peruse all the statement, peruse the facts where they before them, and then they make a determination, because every way they do, they always make sure say, hey, if we go for charging an offense, we go for say the ingredients there. You understand? The elements that we constitute that offense, let me make sure say we check them properly before we decide say now this offense for charge for, or that offense for charge for. So then you look at the file, if you see say some areas and the way we feel say you need to also go tidy up. We'll go tie them up. And one area where then we say we still need for tidy up, we don't do that one day, we get for do with the nurse, one nurse, Umud, Daniela Kamara, we now the post way the suspect be called that morning around 7 o'clock morning. Between 7 o'clock and 10 after 7 for say then they come to hospital and get issue we get for do somebody where they say they feel well or he die as the case may be. But by the time you go they be done off now. You understand? So we need to forget that lady's statement because it will be very necessary. So we don't do all one day. So hopefully I will tell you between today, tomorrow and next tomorrow, no matter we're gonna cut.
So in this case, how do you describe this situation? Everybody get out, they call and strangle, murder and all of that. Do you know a process of investigation? Isn't that the best way for describe this lady in situation before them?
We look at possible homicide.
Okay.
That the death, we look at say the death not natural. Understand? So now we could do all the probings and for make sure say we be sure of what they say. If we don't say the death non-natural, if you say it non-natural and that's what they investigate, then it means you therefore make sure say you source the required fact where you go convert to evidence in court. So now that's what they investigate. Say we they investigate the death non-natural and now possible homicide.
Okay, so in the kind situation, yeah, I mean, apart from this particular leading case, any other case there are on the decks of such similar situation when they investigate?
Well, it go possible, but it possible to not get a brief if they come, so I'm not going before, but it go possible.
Okay, continue for the with we were Latina, the ACP and the Salon Police by Makama will be the current update about the investigation where they do for Sika why young lady Sia Kamara away be die, and they explain about the current situation. Then now they come back to you as a program. Good morning, Salon. They continue. Musa.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue as we mentioned inside the program this morning. We get the head of police media, we Assistant Commissioner of Police Brian Makama, we give update on the late Sia Kamara in Daiwan. We according to our homicides, and also now we want for welcome we other studio guests in our studio. We Richard Silva. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, listeners.
Yes, we can look at the unofficial political activities now, the SLPP for flag bearer for 2028 and the impact we this get on governance. But we go come to now after the break. Before the break, I come to you again, head of police media. You say una don't investigate, una don't send the file to the DPP office. How most people una get now custody as it is now?
One suspect to get one Abu Bakr. We don't understand say na be in boyfriend and they be even past the night. So now we get now we custody. We investigate thoroughly. If at all the matter go court, and name go change. We we call them suspect again. Because we get 3 levels within the criminal justice system. Where the police they investigate you, they say no suspect. Where the police say case day as directed by law officers department, then take you go court. You name the change. It means you are not positively accused, so you become an accused person. The way if the court find you guilty, you need to change, you don't become a convict.
Now, you say the death now one who not investigates as homicide. What in lead to the Salon police for arrive the conclusion say na homicide?
Well, if you look at the offense of law, we assume say we take the offense of murder. They say murder itself, you get one aspect of a way we call causation. You not gonna ever say, for example, you charge somebody for murder, where forgive waiting cause the death. And so most times we are guided by the autopsy, we would call it post-mortem. Understand? And if you look by definition, the definition of murder, they say murder now like we say. Well, see, we are a person of sound memory, you understand? And at the age of discretion, unlawfully, underline the word, unlawfully kills any reasonable creature. A reasonable creature, we are referring to a human being. Understand? You kill dog, an animal you kill, but we not refer to them as a reasonable creature. A reasonable creature in being, somebody with a non-born, no man can this world. Understand? Not like kill another belly. Now abortion, we talk about abortion. That is also part of another offense. You know, go see a mother. Hey, go about the thing. I need to murder than the inside belly business. It's still not born it. So in being, and that person for the under the president peace. We all now also now all under the president peace. And then we also talk about one element to talk about with malice aforethought, and premeditated. And the malice aforethought, basically, we look at them 2 ways. We get expressed malice. I they kill you and I end up for kill you. That one is expressed. But I equally know say if I dey up for a college, I see big stone, people and they don't. If I push up and go down, I know say person will go die, but I know they say that this person they go hit and die. So that one is implied. You understand? And then the death. must be within a year and a day, 1 year and 1 day.
We dey go for a break quick, but Brima, what in the post-mortem reports they talk about, we make police arrive at conclusions.
That
this
one
is homicide.
Is very key to the next step. So we no need for diversion.
Okay.
But with suspicion that that is possible homicide.
Today we dey look at the underground political activity na the Salone People's Party (SLPP), wey na the ruling party for the 2028 flag bearership. Whose impact this gets on governance? And this BNTM we see the president inside one conference where he get with the ministers them being call on them for supporting agenda as no vacancy nor the 8 for flag bearership, and now then get a big 5. And lately, we see the First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio, make same statements. He say they focus for President Bio in agenda, and it been call on the ministers them and all parastatals for focus on the president in agenda and forget about the 2028 agenda for flag bearership. Whose impact statements like this from the president, from the first lady, or activity within the SLPP gets on national development, as this now the ruling party? But before we come to the studio guest, the mode on introduce, make we go back and listen to the first lady is in call where he make for Seka the activities and the call where he make to parastatals and ministers within the government for focus on the presidency agenda and forget about the 2020 agenda for now.
You where they support me, drop it. You where they support Senge, drop it. Senge is not the president of Sierra Leone. Senge is the chief minister of Sierra Leone, where they work on Mother BOE mandate. Under Mother BOE mandate. Do you mean a big at the big one? Me not a president of Sierra Leone. Me not just the first lady of this country we married to Mother BOE. And they do my own thing. And me thing where they do, you know, get nothing for do with waiting and they do on the other side. Me and my focus is how do we protect our women and children? How do we keep our women and children safe? How we go continue forgive we women and we picking them the dignity we they deserve? How we get for make sure say by the time when Mother Bio they say me sit down vacant, every woman in this country I go don't know their right and then go stand by their rights. Every picking in this country I go don't understand say yes, their right nobody not go take them away from them. Every boy picking at this country are going to say, indeed, yes, we get a president where it don't come, it not divide we, but it bring we together. Because bringing us together is one thing. When we talk about free quality education, now everybody work for let the free quality education become a success. Everybody. No one person in job no make free quality education. Now Mother Bio in vision. And out of Mother Bio in vision, now they we all, and where I say we all, we tap into Mother Bio in vision and make that vision a reality with Mother Bio as the leader of that vision. That is what the free quality education is all about. Not a one person in agenda. So Lord we left this set firewood deeper. Lord we left farm. I beg. Nobody. I know they in competition. Uda one go kono. The difference with going to Kono or going to Kenema, going to Pujong, going to Bo, going to Bont, going to what? When you go na district, don't wait to be introduced. Everybody, that last speaking for Sabi you name. When Mother Bio they go, you know say tsunami don't come. When Mother Bio they go na place, nobody need to introduce who Mother Bio is. People they know say yes, Mother Bio don't come. So this is what we are looking for. Looking for that kind of opportunity, they say. Whoever we get for come replace Mother Bio. Lay no heart for law will go begin to go fet for say, and as also possible this will go for talk, say mama come out, say papa come out, say grandpa come out, say great grandpa come out. We don't talk down, then go ask you again, say, what you say again? No, that's not what we are looking for. But I'm not saying Mother Bio in legacy. The legacy where Mother Bio they left, it will make life easy for every one of us. So while we perfect so on social media, let us fight so that Mother Bio succeed. Lord will do everything humanly possible let Mother Bio succeed. Mother Bio in success is SLPP success. Mother Bio in success is the platform that SLPP will stand on 2028. Mother Bio in success. It don't build so much success. So much success.
Well, that Now the First Lady Madam Fatima Bio be they raise a concern. Also, I believe say at this time the different people are already on board for President Bia administration for focus on achieving what they make as a promise to people. Rather, for they do think the way in belief say some people are begin quietly they do backdoor campaign for get the interest of presidential candidate for 2028, and some of the key points that we come out is say let people that left the set fire. He as the First Lady not in competition with anybody as at now. That President Bio na the legal president, and this first set where they among themselves for stop. For can look at this particular issue waiting this mean where the country they far from election. The is waiting me could get two gentlemen they with two, and this time around they bring in Dr. Charles Silva, lecturer of political science in the Department of Rabe College. Once more, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning.
So this kind of statement coming from the First Lady and looking at the fact that the country gets to 2028 before go to another next election, what really this mean?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. You see, some of the time, I'll put this thing into context. When they talk about an institution, because this get for do with the Sierra Leone People's Party, they get an institution. I think say they get their own constitution. They get mechanisms, internal arrangements then for deal with problem, any issue where they think say favorable for them party. They get that already. So I think say I feel say it's safe for let we say these are allegations. Now so me take am. Because the people then where they go give with the concrete idea, the concrete information about all of this, it get for be really the SLPP as a party. And I feel say then get competent people then for do that as well. So now that, in fact, some people that they describe as unofficial, even that one you get for determine what thing they make an official. For instance, we get for first and foremost know whether in fact it's wrong, either as a party or even at the national level, whether it's wrong for any minister, including the chief minister, go any side. What thing have been in the message? Because I don't think then they only become, mind you, they try for problematize, not so. And when you problematize something, a big word, I not get the Creole version. But when you problematize something, then you not get for do research. So the thing is very early for my person you jump into conclusion. It can possible say at the end of the day, the outcome where you don't get them from the most credible source. This is go regret some of your statements there. But all I can say, then once then when they do if the allegation get any truth, or even the other one then back where you get intention for do likewise, it's too early. Now that we get for no. Because mind you, then they give we few time, about 2 months or so for many people then campaign. These 5 years where they can get to Sierra Leone, like where they can get America 4 years based on their own constitution, then they expect say if I allow you say 4 years you put and we embark on nation building. Now the only way out, all this grumble, they talk about social cohesion, all this, that. Social cohesion, they only arise when the vast majority of the citizens then get rice in the bowl. We need money. Democracy is a very, very expensive something. If we look at the policies, then very, very good. With constitution good, or we get all the policies in place. All the institutions then where they in Ghana, where they Guinea, or where they even in England, it in Sierra Leone. Yeah. The difference na the effectiveness of the institutions there. But me think say it's really very unfortunate. So if you can ask me, in the first instance, what is really they try to tell people? Is this actually a national issue? Yes, in some way a national issue. It only becomes national when undermine with security or whatever. But if this politician, let us not forget, when they talk about a country where elections never end. Because every other day is like tomorrow the elections day. So I think say the First Lady, sure, when you talk so, you get reason for talk so, and that is a very good advice. And one thing also we get for dig from him, what he say, it make one statement that at the end of the day, not to your own personal achievement, whether now you are the richest man at the world, yes, that could be another added advantage to you, but tomorrow the success. If you want for political parties all over the world, then get two major targets they get to stay in power and to get into it. The one they win opposition as Sierra Leone, like elsewhere in the world, then target the ultimate goal now for for gain political power. The one they wait and they even inside America right now, the one they wait and they see what thing they happen, they go all over the place. these people are the same all over the world. So we therefore be very careful. But with the time for bring a lot of morality into the politics. In politics, excess morality in politics, we say it can lead to failure. So I suggest say it's good that we don't bring so that you know go take any perhaps dimension we not go find for the nation as a whole. But frankly, me they take and say let would let you know find for make any judgment, you know therefore be judgment about it because the facts are not with you. Okay. And the people that they talk about, they are alive, they are in Sierra Leone.
Now, if we get a situation where the president in address to ministers call on them, say, please make we focus on the 5 agenda and forget about Udawan be flag bearer for now. And we see First Lady on social media come on say everybody now for focus on president being agenda. Statement like this get any impact on national development considering the fact that this is not the ruling party within a power and issues or talk like this they come from the top.
Yeah, me think say it will impact national development and positively too. Because when we look at this whole thing, it depends on which side person you come out. There is something positive about it. The First Lady get right for say, you know what? We all know say everybody want for go higher height. Therefore, for now, but let's pay attention. I feel say that call is good. Any good, well-meaning Sierra Leonean can call that. If me too, even when I go get to your own little, you know, controversies. But when it comes to the survival of 98.1 as an institution, if we not for be committed, we not for be united in that. So now that's not the thing because in the first place, if the people were there in governance currently, because there are people in governance that may not even be SFPP, then they did. It depends on the case that because we just the way we can talk about them people then we just focus on the ministers, directors, and then conspicuous, but every other people, people they contribute as well. So that call they let look and let propagate the positive aspect.
Okay.
To the extent that if somebody come out, he go McKinney, in they go for flag bearer. Until that they will go get somebody from that audience will go say, hey, Mr. Man, for now not to flag bearer and I have a problem. We problem now on our rights. We problem now. So let us engage the people instead of actually trying for make and say not a very big deal as we take her. She has right, giving her position. You know, mind you, when they talk about the wife of the president, you know, so whatever affects the president, they affect her. Let us not look at this thing. Now, don't even when Mr. Sefo dinner, anything will happen to me, now a concern for me, well, then things then let us take her, let us pull the positive aspect of go stand for benefit from. And perhaps yesterday I've been the Liberty Voice, and I go give you now when I permit me the leverage, me I give you back this advice. Let we change with conversation as really small. There are a lot of good things, but normally we can. The time we don't spend because this thing, me don't look on YouTube. I see yesterday say for the Liberty Voice. I've been finding it very difficult, just like where I did now. If we not the media, we not get a big role for play in the development and the unity of this country. We not get audience. Like what they talk to, almost a good number of Sierra Leoneans and they listen to it. So we not change that conversation. We not bring minister now, we not bring anybody now. Then we begin for actionable solutions to the problem.
I think we don't do that as always. We don't get ministers if they follow 98.1. But statement like this within the ruling party, we think say perhaps it gets an impact. We ask you as a political science person. But talking about coming with ministers or coming with people for national development, we've been doing that. That's always. Continue for stay with me inside the program. Charles Silva, lecturer, Probe College, University of Salon, from the Political Science Department.
Program now we come in with other studio guests with Dr. Julius Spencer, former minister of Sierra Leone. As today we look at waiting on the apple so far the current ruling party, Sierra Leone People's Party. Outside the view, they say some people don't they involve into some activity them where they should say they get presidential interest, but again the time too early for that as we still get 4 years down the line for lead to that. As a former minister with the acting different capacity and somebody we're grounded in so many issues where they happen in governance and politics. Waiting are you view into this?
Well, first of all, strange. It happen all the time. Particularly when it clear say the person win a president not get for contest again. they on his second term. Other side then they call on the lame duck period. Particularly when election the can near. I don't think so we don't reach the lame duck period yet. Pan President Bio in second term. But you know, people they always they jostle for get position. It don't happen. My own observation over time. From Sheki in term, at the same thing. Although there not been plenty that end because Sheki been get tight control over the party. Me get other them in belief say when Sheki decide say they retire, now then for be president, but Sheki balance them. He put more money. Then you get Pakaba, because after that na be NPRC. You get Pakaba in period. At some point, even you can get a situation where a number of people then be stayed, sit down for take over after Pakaba. In fact, then we get this period where people then may want for be president and don't begin sort of for the campaign. Eventually, Solomon Beroa Nai become the flag bearer. Charles Magavex left the party. He go form your own party. So then in a situation where the call and the struggle for leadership of the party flag bearership impact negatively on the party because Charles Magai left the party from PMDC, that may be impact the party in chances during the next election. To a large extent, people believe saying that Charles Magai in impact and make Bearer not win the election. Now moving forward under next coma. After when it clear say in second term he not they go back, although at some point we've been giving here he say after you, but then they not last long. When it clear say in second term they can't done, you know, almost people is there down for be flag bearer. Then in Boku eventually he then select one person and then they be impact negatively again on the party. Now the thing is, we own politics in this part of the world. We're not mature yet by this democracy we practice. So you find out, say, when that kind of thing they happen, when people then begin for get that kind, try for position themselves for power, eventually it result in disunity. So you can find out, say, eventually it affect the party down the line because unlike like take America for example, Kamala Harris we now the flag bearer for Democratic Party, you not go through primaries because now Biden in for stand. But reach a point then realize say and Biden self accepts say no, this is not good for win this election, he don't all or whatever. He stepped down. So Kamala Harris then basically anoint him. The party they all say nine will for take. They not go through that longer process. But Donald Trump, you know now, them get Boku, them get debate and all kinds of things, they argue, they cost themselves and so on. Eventually, they emerge as the flag bearer. But when it comes to the convention, they all come together. You see, they all been there against Trump, they all go endorse him. Now, for we in this part of the world, we not reach that kind of level of maturity yet. For don't make club out, don't cost we they eventually say, okay, we all not party back. Can find out say then kind of thing and they can bring disunity. So indeed for me then kind of thing and they always they happen. But the negative impact when they happen is that they affect one governance, as Dr. Silva say, within a country politics not they done. When see election done, the next election don't move into so. The one they will lose, they don't focus now waiting for do for counter power. The one they will win, waiting for do for retain power. Then the general all side, but we had the focus they too much on that, so we they plenty time we they ignore national development issues.
No. Yeah.
So we need for focus more, and I think Senna they advise that with both President Biogi and First Lady Gi, let's focus on development for the time being. When the election they can near, then we go.
That statement that we make, is it for the public or for the one who hold different position, and for then for consciously President Bio don't make a promise to people where they all for join on and achieve them before in time they done?
Obviously not to the one they were inside the party.
Okay.
Particularly the one they were all office. Because now they get responsibility. You see, minister na assistant to the president. The president delegates some of his power to people then for do and for him. So They're all for day on the same page, they work towards the same objective. If you get situation where people then get different agenda, then obviously they affect how the government they function. So definitely then they go affect the functioning of government.
Now, you be done the cabinet with President Kaba in cabinet, and you say this thing don't happen from Sheki in term. It don't happen Pakaba in term. It don't happen during Ernest Bai Kromah in term. Now, the concern they come back during Madabio in term. How it can tell like na cabinet with different people within the cabinet rank, they show interest in presidency with president still in the power in terms of national development.
Well, the time we've been in a cabinet election not been there near yet. Maybe in the during Pakaba and first term. Left before Pakaba and first term done. So obviously been they go for second term. So that kind struggle not been there the time where they go for a second term. Although even when they go for a second term, some people then go on for challenge them. But then when you own second term, they come to an end. Now that time they now all my is dead. In fact, interestingly, Pakaba being a vice president in first term. Where they go for a second term, it changing vice president. When I remember now been Jodembi now been vice president under Pakaba in first term. When they go for a second term, it changed Jodembi, he make Berewa vice president. Then they self now be major operation for let them for achieve Dandy. But now Dandy happen. But then when it came out for the election at the end of Pakaba in second term, now that ended, Boku people is dead. Sit down for contest Charles Magai, even President Bio been contest that ended for the flag bearership of SLPP. You get a number of people. John will not be American. It's to be ambassador in America. Himself can contest, although nothing one vote number being getting at the convention. Even the people that were nominated are not being voted for him. But at the end of the day, the point is, when you get a situation where the sitting president not get for contest again, it open the gates for let other people that is the aid. You will not see this kind of thing happen during President Bio in first term. It not happen because obviously they no say go for second term. In fact, you not get no challenge. Nobody no challenge him for in second term. Basically, the party anoint him for as flag bearer for the second term. That can usually happen. But when it obvious say the president not get for go for another term and the gate open, now that time they get all them kind, all man, Boku people and feel say then get opportunity now for contest. So now that day I think say what they see, and I think say some man they don't decide say the earlier we start the better. So some man don't begin quick before then they ring the bell. Don't begin quick. Let it try for laying your own foundation. So I think say now as I say now nothing will happen all side. So it's not strange in a salon.
Now let we look at the situation taking back to history during the APC era. Then it happen. We get plenty of people who show interest in that, and we see the number of candidates them will come out. This at the end of the day, Ernest Bai Kromah end up for pick one person say you go be the flag bearer for this party, and now we don't see nobody not come out say I want be flag bearer. But the rumors within, even within the party supporters, them they think say this na go be the flag bearer, this na the pago leg, this na the pano go leg. What do you think say the presidency for do now for getting out in order and put the party together now that in the leader of the party according to the constitution?
Discipline. You need to enforce discipline. Basically, all man for realize say. As First Lady say really, now the vision and not to President Bio in one get the vision. Now the party manifesto, now in them all they push go before. Whether you not be member of the party or you're not a member of the party, as long as you in a ministerial position, now that manifesto they now for the drive. So now that for be the focus. So president need for enforce that kind of discipline. They let all man focus on this. When I left this waiting for, which is true.
So you have to control not there at the moment?
I not say so. I not say so. I not say
because
so.
how we emphasize discipline is like some people don't go out of track.
Well, the fact of the matter is, if at this point in time, just about 1 year into the term, you get almost 4 years more.
Yeah.
people then don't begin for jostle for power, then they position themselves. The chances for make them focus 100% on waiting at the agenda where they all for focus on, it will be affected. So the important for make everybody be reminded it's a lot of focus on this. Now my own view really I go be radical, and I don't be radical as far as governance is concerned. I don't believe say the system or the practice now are good for we now this part of the world. With level of education, etc., with ethnic division or differences, it make it difficult for make we practice democracy the way how the witman and the practice am.
Okay.
So me believe so for find we own system. This waiting self even like then call them primaries where then they begin argue people and they tell themselves off and all kinds of things. As I say, they make them able to gather themselves back. Witman they no use. If you look the kind of thing that we would then they tell themselves when they pandemic primaries then they. If you look Boris Johnson, the kind course where then course when I've been prime minister. It's possible in Africa. In Africa you go ahead and you don't insult the president. But yonder they don't use her. So for we in this part of the world, something then they will not dinner with culture.
Okay.
And I believe so for offend the one way suit with culture, for love we practice and so that we go benefit we.
The program Good Morning Saloon still they continue. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And today, if you just join we get the head of police media with the key updates on Sia Kamara in alleged murder. We are constantly investigate more updates from inside the program. We'll come to Ram, and also we don't get Dr. Charles Silva, lecturer from Bay College. They talk on the underground political activities within the SLPP and the impacts it gets on the national development and the agenda of the SLPP as they are the ruling party. And also we get Dr. Julius Spencer inside the program where we discuss the same issue. The program Good Morning Saloon, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Sir?
Well, inside the program, we continue to look at issue, and now we take another issue. So the President Julius Maada say the $68 million project whereby the government of Salone and other parts of them they implement now, and a part of President commitment for improved infrastructure in the book learning sector. It talk this way, it be the turn doti over for add more classroom, boarding home, and other facility them at the Bo Government Secondary School. As I say, this project they target the Bo and Kenema Government Secondary School. For more on this issue, let me listen to a reporter Kabia.
That issue there, we get the National Publicity Secretary for the Salone People's Party SLPP online now. We not Lahai Lawrence Lima. We would discuss issues within a party. We get the president make a call this BNTM on cabinet ministers. Them is one retreat where they be get for focus on the big five and forget about their own personal agenda for now. And also we get the first lady and talk on social media. Also do the same statement. Hello Lahai Lawrence Lima. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone. Hello, good morning. The program is still listening to Good Morning Saloon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still try for link Lahai Lawrence Lima. We are the National Publicity Secretary for the Salone People's Party SLPP as we discuss issues within the party of we in the National Publicity Secretary. The program Good Morning Saloon, they continue. We get Lima now online. Hello, good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon.
Good morning, Auntie, and good morning for having me. Thank you for having me, sorry.
Yes, they look at concerns from the party. We get a call from the president, this BNTM Musa, a call on party members them for focus on the agenda. We are the big five. We include Feed, Salone, Human Capital Development, another one them, and don't forget about flag bearership for now for 2028 election. And also we get First Lady. We call on make the same call to cabinet ministers and parastatals them. You as the National Publicity Secretary in the Salone People's Party, what do you make up of all them call here from the authorities then at the party?
Well, in the first place, there not be need for allow the president to do that type of call. SLPP in a party was structured, and the country got a constitution. We all know, say, timeline day through which then they elect leaders. And every leader, for make it come at the national stage, they make a proposal through in party, saying that this is one for can do for the country. And once in party and the mandate they now they come for can present to the people in Sierra Leone, saying that this I want to go and elect me. And so the president gets an agenda promise where he don't make to the people of this country. And Sierra Leoneans don't give them the opportunity through we party for let able for serve. Everybody where the president give an opportunity for serve, now that will be the focus. The president will just elect him, even if you don't complete 1 year, now just you don't complete 1 year. So you get more time for go. You get 2-3 years for go more. For let able to achieve a manifesto promises to Sierra Leoneans. Whoever want to succeed President Bill, again for thrive on President Bill in achievements and successes, and put them forward and present say in party are the best for this country, in party and policy are the best, and the leadership then will don't produce over time not disappoint people. But if people lost focus of that and try to put their own personal agenda ahead the collective agenda, then they will be heading for failure. And what President Bill is not running anymore for elections, which you will want for rely on now for campaign. So it is much better first for give respect to the structure of the party, the constitution of Sierra Leone, respect to the president himself, rather. Because anybody with there and tomorrow, you want for let them give that respect day. If the president cannot be in office to try to deliver on promises and people have their own personal agenda. If you conflict your personal agenda with the collective agenda, you are going nowhere. Because everything you are doing, you're putting your own interest first and want to achieve your interest, and in the process you lose sight of waiting at the president and goal. And tomorrow, if the president the party open up space, what are you going to rely on to put forward your message?
Lima, as the National Publicity Secretary, you don't in any way foresee this the happen at the party, who say people they push their interest for flag bearership for 2028?
The fact that the president, I don't see a statement where he talks, say, the one them way, there was a statement where he puts, say, people they don't begin to run, or take in seat, he didn't desire the seat first, let them help and fully achieve a manifesto commitment. The fact that the president make that as a public statement, it means he don't observe that they happen over time. And this is what people should not allow to happen.
What in the party did what will be the step or the action of a party or the SLPP, or what you wanna law say about issues like this, where the president just take 1 year now governance in his second term, then he make a statement, a call like this because he don't foresee people they beat ground for flag bearership for 2028. What in the party can do in situation like this?
Well, in the first place, the party is a structured party. SLPP is a very disciplined party, and they know what they want, and they know who side and focus lie. They know who that then reliable, and we understand the structure of the party and the interest of the party. First of all, you have to understand the structure of the party. SLPP is a party that is built on the culture of respect for elders, and as young people, we tap into the knowledge of the elders, and then we put into concrete actions the knowledge of the elders. And the structure of the party across board know exactly from whatever level who that then represent these views. So instead of people they try to put their agenda ahead, let them work for the party. The party's authority across board, when I talk across board from grassroots to the top echelon of the party, knows exactly who that get the interest of the party, because once you carry the interest of SLPP, you're driving the interest of Sierra Leone. Because our party is built on the mantra of one country, one people. Our desire is to work for Sierra Leone. And so if you put the interest of the party ahead, because the manifesto promise of the president actually they deliver, it is the party's working document, which has now become a national document. So you have to work towards the achievement of that. And that way you go down.
You have.
Thank you to Lawrence Lima for joining me inside the program Good Morning Salon. I will come to you from 98.1 FM in the National Publicity Secretary for the Salon People Party. They make the party in position for the president in call, and also the call where the First Lady make for ensure say the ruling party and members then within the government focus on President Bio in agenda. Plenty thank you for we joining inside the program Lahai Lawrence Lima. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Today we look at the unofficial activities within the party when at the SLPP ruling party for SECA flag bearership for the 2028 election and the impacts we get on national development and President Bio in Big 5 we promise the people of Salon in second term. And also we get the head of police media where they give updates for SECA one alleged murder we initially call them, but according to head of police media, saying an alleged homicide of one Sia Kamara, we died this Benton, where according to allegation, in boyfriend beat him. You don't give we updates on this matter inside the studio, and you talk about when I don't send them to the DPP office. When will they see this case begin come up in courts?
This week, honestly, between now and Wednesday, we expect matter for the court.
Okay.
Because the last directive we give, we don't execute them yesterday up to this morning, and then we don't take the file again to them. So we sure see what we do before achieve them, and we got advice now.
Okay, earlier this week we play a report who say one family member of the late Sia Kamara, we one Bame Koka, say the accused being tell them say yes he beat the disease, the late woman, according to Ram. It tell the family members them, and the autopsy results according to Ram again show say 8 ribs broke by the late woman, and also it gets skull issue. Then issues here where the family member they reveal to the media, they in line with the police investigation so far.
We don't turn over this thing, you know. I tell you, things that we get for do with evidence, you preserve them. You wait for the court. Not forget to say, if at all we ability get for happen for charge Packer. Sometimes this thing get difficult for call because the KP sound, you know, the KP sound. Not everybody gets them. Somebody just say Packer. I say, boys, Packer, something like that. And if we get for eventually charge them to court, we are not sure that will happen. Now evidence we get for you, and somebody get for go defend them. So if we put everything bare on the table before we go court, so you adequately prepare that person for go counter now. So we not let somebody go counter. We already don't prepare. While we take everybody take them by surprise, we go to court, and then we make sure say you get the evidence from the witness system directly, rather than you get from the police already. We go make it on the preparation for go see I go fetch we.
When you follow social media and in the court of public opinion, don't already convict the accused person, and we don't see case them in this country where social media activists then they don't take them up, like the issue of Khadija, in case we police later charge now court and the person be end up for free. In this case again, we don't see plenty activists then don't they come up in the court of public opinion, they don't find the person guilty already. This in any way they affect the case, or it put police under pressure for the investigation on this case?
When I did the professionalism coming, because like matter dog report from the 13th, but we still they take with them meticulously, step by step, and make sure say everything we say for fashion together before we take the matter to court. You know, one aspect of the law of evidence, they talk about, okay, let us make reference first to what the Constitution say. Section 23, subsection 4 of the Constitution, Act number 6 of 1991, very clear. It says every man in the presumed to be innocent until that person is defended guilty by a competent, I will underline them, not any kangaroo court, competent court of law. And we look at the law of evidence, it say, if you are alleging, you must prove. You will say this person do these things. Now the Salon law, now for proof. And then if you look at where you look at what you call the legal burden of proof, because we get the evidential burden, we get the legal burden, we applicable to criminal law. You see the onus or the responsibility or the duty for prove a case rests on the prosecution. And that one for as far back as 1935. Now a case where we call a Wilmington versus DPP, then they take that decision, and then they obtain up to now. So then what will they do matter? Those are the things we get, what we think about, and make sure say we do the job thoroughly, whether public opinion or not. We make sure say we do the job so that when we go to court, we go there for law, we gain conviction. Not if we go there for let we go at the end of the day, then go acquit the person, acquitted and discharged. Then a fruitless endeavor.
So ACP, aside Sia in case, una also aware or already get notice of a particular case where involves similar situation of a married woman and married man, where in this particular case the single boyfriend will also na boyfriend to this married woman na involved victim may end up die. We happened recently. On our way of such case, yes.
Yeah, we are aware of. Well, usually was similar. I don't know whether I go buy into
because this not you for do with love triangle at the same time. You get for do with people into relationship.
I don't want to put emphasis on the love triangle.
Okay.
I want to put emphasis on the fact say somebody with the suspect and say now other person killer. So on that angle, I go say now the similarity there. We are also investigating homicide, and that one also we are also investigating homicide. Understand? But on the aspect of love triangle, I don't want to delve into that one day because sometimes you go get your opinion, me go get my opinion, that man go get your opinion. So I'm not going to.
So anyone offenders in this case, you're not getting for do any form of relationship between the three people and we involved.
This one.
The way you talk about what happened at McKinney. I need to talk about Kenny. I need to talk about Sia. Aside Sia, this particular case where I describe as love triangle, wait till offend so far.
But the question is now whether love need to prove as an element of the offense committed. Love not get anything for do with the element.
So the situation is this now a boyfriend to this married woman, and the married man also be a boyfriend to this same married woman. So yes. In that context,
we still try for guide yourself. Who we go to court? Not to love we go.
So wait till not fair not please.
We go to court. We go look at what is the evidence saying. I don't define this now waiting. Say for example, murder. Person will get sound mind. We need to Chris man. We don't use the age of discretion unlawfully kills any reasonable creature in being under the present peace with malice aforethought, either expressed or implied, and a death following within a year. These are the elements we look for. Any one panda will not for proof. Okay. Then they acquit the person.
Now,
okay.
on the issue of Sia, so they round up with you head of police media. Say when they charge this case now court by tomorrow. What in are the charges them when they charge the accused with?
As you reach now the bridge with the crossing.
But we are already done.
Yeah, we're very close. We're very close. It's just
okay.
It's like one go cross ferry. You already there up na ferry junction. We reach now the as you done the cross.
What that police call to the public, as I mentioned?
We want to talk to the public. Let them exercise a lot of patience. We to make some of we when we come, we take with time for explain the law. Not to say like now you want for showboat that you get some legal background. No, it's not showboating. But sometimes they say when you know something, you go form an opinion, and now law then we talk about like we talk about ignorantio juris non excusat. Say if you ignorant about the law, that's not an excuse. Understand? Now make when they make law, then they say for publishing because now that law fuller one book man. We talk about the 8 characteristics of law. Say law has to be published. Now that make when how long it come out in the Gazette. So that you responsibility for them go find out about the law. But not everybody get time for go find out about the law. Okay. So when you can on radio as PR somebody, you go get for enlighten the people so that they go know and then go begin form the correct opinion. Okay,
we're plenty taking to you, ACP Sia Kamara, head of media and public relations, Salon Police, for the update we can do on latest findings on the Sia in case whether it is being inside August. Plenty thank you for that update. Another update also where you give for sake of the work with the Salon Police do the program. Good morning, Salon. They continue.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We continue for look at the issues of underground political ambition within the SLPP. We come to Dr. Charles Silva, lecturer, political science department, Frobe College University of Salon. Doc, we don't discuss and you don't get from the National Publicity Secretary and you colleague panelists on this same issues here. So, as somebody with the lecture political science Frobe College and political science analyst, what thing you call if anybody within the party for now gets their ambitions here? So as you self mentioned, President Bill just don't want here.
Yes, of course. Just like what they ask, most of them think they allow put her into context. Where Dr. Spencer when they talk, when they make some comparisons. They talk about the West. What you get from no democracy na a culture. Now a culture where and we now the people then most of the ones then we been they we serve under the dictatorship in this country, some of them still in the political arena. Whereas President Obama in America, he was born into a democratic culture. So they even cultural. And the campaign process in Ghana is itself different from Sierra Leone. Let's not forget the jobs are not coming by. A lot of things then they happen. So the politicians they take advantage of that, then we self. So to me, honestly, all this what they do. But let's not forget, they talk about a campaign for flag bearer as though now examination and they go see. It's not okay, yeah, it will be an examination. One of people who don't even know, then therefore do a lot of other elections for when you qualify for even go cast vote. So to me, I think say it's too early. It just sounds like when they can say they go for a beach pageant trip and you they do the rehearsal or then call them voting. Then you don't wear all the beautiful, the fine clothes you get. Where did they reach now? Going for go showcase now, you don't go do any other thing. Me believe see President BA and First Lady they advise not to the SLPP but other political parties themselves stand for benefit from that. Because of call things by the right now, just the way they in the catalog. Now think the way don't affect both of these major political parties. 2007 we sell. 2000 we don't sell all this while. So at the end of the day we got to be very careful.
Okay.
And optimism back in come in. This is a country we get for accept one reality. When anytime the ruling party, people can always come in that way because they take and say getting the ticket of the ruling party, that is an open saying, which is almost always the case. So me feel say an advice to all the political parties and the SLPP in particular, make them actually restrain themselves because if confusion comes, then we'll find it very difficult to get that collectivity where they need. And also the ordinary people then will stand for lose a lot of things. So now that are the advice to Mama go give. I think say then say the would that get ambition or would that already don't start doing something you get for pipe down for your own personal interest itself. Because if you don't tell me something, what you go tell me after 3 years? You go then exhaust everything. So now that may reserve their opinions then for the D-Day. Where that time they reach as they pull and so people then they clap. You know, on that day anything you say then so we not read this one too long. Now that moment I the advice what I go able for give.
Plenty thank you to you, Dr. Charles Silva, lecturer political science now for Abbey College for your contribution inside this edition of the program. Good morning. So over to you, Dr. Julius Spencer. Would they throw the same coin at you where we do with Dr. Charles Silva? Waiting will be your advice for the one who don't show early interest as way for ladies not continue and affect governance.
Well, I think say Boku people are working deep on politics we also want to forget leadership. Then you forget one important fact. Not to the general public, they decide whether they be flag bearer. Now that mistake that I think say the one they want for be flag bearer for APC for the 2018 election be make. Campaign, poster, t-shirt, banner, all over the place they campaign as if now the general public they go vote for them for be flag bearer. Now delegates then they vote for flag bearer. The process, I think, say both SLPP, APC in a similar process. You get what you call lower level election, they can up to reach national level. Then delegates then they go vote. They don't get delegates yet. So you never even know that they go vote. So they campaign to now. So I think say the advice, as we don't say, one, when people then they within a particular government, they all know they focus on the thing the way they all supposed for they do. They make it difficult for make the government achieve the agenda. Now, also, you make even for yourself, forget flag bearership, not to other public leg. Now, who that don't perform, and who that the one then where they go vote for flag bearership, then believe saying that the best person and they will go make them for win the election. So indeed, it's too early for anybody begin for the position itself now for takeover after President Bio. So my own advice would be long man focus. If me not be President Bio, not to me, but if not be me, the one they will for identify say the panel they call them. Come and notice ABCD. Back off.
But don't do that inside the retreat so then get inside me.
Then I be general. Okay. General. I mean one-on-one. Because I should say he don't notice some people there. Mm-hmm. And first lady said don't notice some people there. Now they one and they for call. The general waiting yes he good. Then dinner for everybody
So with your
But
experience, you don't notice anybody?
I don't notice nothing.
Oh, okay.
Me not in a SLPP, and not particularly they pay attention to politics now, self. But obviously, the fact that President Bill make that call, the First Lady self make the call, it means say something don't happen. Then don't notice something. So the need for, well, again, as I say, me not the, but again, I could also say, Boku people then can underestimate President Bill. Then can underestimate him, but I believe say President Bill smart, and I think say no waiting for do.
Okay.
And I believe say go do waiting he need for
Thank you.
do.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gilos Spencer, for joining us at today's edition of the program Good Morning Saloon, as we look at the underground political activities within the SLPP for flag bearership, where President Bill and same way so First Lady don't call on members of the party and especially ministers and parastatals them for focus on President Bill in 5 game change agenda where he promised the people of Saloon inside the next 5 years. Plenty thank you for joining we inside the program, and same also plenty thank you to Dr. Charles Silva, lecturer from a college, University of Salon Political Science Department. We help we discuss this issue, and same also thank you to Head of Police Media Assistant Commissioner Sia Kamara. We update on the late Sia in case. We is said in the charge to court tomorrow.